embattled Washington, D.C. Cardinal Donald Wuerl has penned another explanation, 3 days after his first, for the dubious accounts he's given regarding his knowledge of sexual misconduct allegations against his predecessor, Theodore McCarrick. He now claims to have had a lapse of memory regarding previous knowledge of McCarrick's abuse. "I had forgotten," Wuerl told priests of the Washington Archdiocese in a letter Tuesday about the charges of inappropriate conduct with a seminarian against McCarrick, which Wuerl had been made aware of in 2004 when he was Bishop of Pittsburgh. "Nonetheless, it is important for me to accept personal responsibility and apologize for this lapse of memory," Wuerl said. "There was never the intention to provide false information." Wuerl apologized Tuesday evening to former priest Robert Ciolek and then sent the January the 15th letter to his priests, the Washington Post reports. The Cardinal, who was Bishop of Pittsburgh from 1988 to 2006, has been besieged by criticism over his handling of some abuse cases in Pittsburgh and criticism over his denials of knowledge of McCarrick's abuse. Ciolek went public last week with information he'd learned of in a Diocese of Pittsburgh file on his 2004 testimony before Pittsburgh's Diocesan Review Board that showed Wuerl had been made aware of the allegation against McCarrick. Wuerl had in fact forwarded the allegation to the Vatican's representative office to the United States. The first McCarrick allegations that came to light in June were limited to an almost 5 decades old accusation of abuse of a minor when McCarrick was a priest in the Archdiocese of New York. The charges also brought about revelations of 3 allegations of sexual misconduct with adults decades ago in the diocese where McCarrick was bishop from 1982 to 1986, and the Archdiocese of Newark, where he was archbishop from 1986 to 2000. 2 of those allegations resulted in settlements. Journalists working to report on the abuse scandal have written that McCarrick's abuse was a widely known secret in the church and in the media. Wuerl has continually given the impression he lacked prior knowledge of McCarrick's abuse since news broke June the 20th of allegations against McCarrick sexually abusing a minor. The following day, Wuerl made a statement on the matter exclusive to his time in Washington, stating that, "I can report that no claim, credible or otherwise, has been made against Cardinal McCarrick during his time here in Washington." A July the 30th letter to Washington priests from the Archdiocese Vicar General likewise specifically stated that prior to the settlements being made public in June, with the McCarrick allegations, Wuerl knew nothing about payments made by 2 New Jersey dioceses in 2005 and 2007 to 2 men who had been abused by McCarrick while they were in seminary and after becoming priests. Further, in a July the 31st interview, he told his diocesan newspaper, the Catholic Standard, regarding reports of the rumors of McCarrick's abuse that surfaced in the month since the first allegation, "I have seen some of those now public reports, but in my years here in Washington and even before that, I had not heard them." On August the 14th, Wuerl responded with a smile. No, to a CBS reporter's question of, "Were you aware of the rumor that McCarrick was having relations with other priests?" Former Papal Nuncio Archbishop Carlo Maria Vigano, in his initial August 25, 2018 testimony, had called Wuerl a liar for denying knowledge of McCarrick's abuse. Wuerl's letter to his priests claiming he had forgotten that he'd been made aware of McCarrick's abuse follows another January the 12th letter to the priests of the Archdiocese in which he asked for their understanding on the issue of his being made aware of McCarrick. 14 years later, when the allegation of sexual abuse of a minor was brought against Archbishop McCarrick, "I stated publicly that I was never aware of any such allegation or rumors," he wrote. This assertion was in context of the charges of sexual abuse of minors, which at that time was the focus of discussion and media attention. "While one may interpret my statement in a different context," Wuerl said, "the discussion around and adjudication of Archbishop McCarrick's behavior concern his abuse of minors." Wuerl said in his latest letter that he had apologized to Ciolek. For more on this story, please follow the link in the description to LifeSite News.